The church is growing wide, but its depth is very low theologically.
In Latin America, many people already believe in Jesus, but they don't know what to do. They're not trained.
In India, 95% pastors are untrained.
I worry about Russia because, pastors, teachers, what kind of theology they'll start teaching?
Most of the Muslims who are accepting the Lord, they stay babies in the faith because they don't know that there is something deeper and better for them.
One of the challenges in China is government persecution. When the situation gets worse, you need more leaders with reliable biblical training.
Our people, they are from the village. They cannot take out time, leave their families to go and study theological education.
A group of pastors came to me, asking me to train them. I didn't know anything.
You cannot build a long-term relationship with God without good knowledge of His Word.
The New Testament tells us that it's through pastors and teachers that the church is going to grow. But a lot of us don't realize this. Over 90% of the pastors of the world today have had less than 1 hour of training in the Bible. Can you imagine that? For over 25 years, Third Millennium Ministries has been producing, distributing, and proving a curriculum for those church leaders. We have spread it out all over the world in over 20 languages, and we have seen tremendous blessings from God. Well, today we have a new initiative. It's called the Third Mill Global Network, an entire network all around the world of people who are committed to using Third Mill curriculum to raise up a new generation of church leaders.
This is a critical point we find ourselves in as we provide biblical training for the world for free. But we cannot do it all. We need to rely on denominations, on local churches, on Bible colleges, on seminary institutions, organizations that are doing training out there.
A huge part of the TGN is the Third Mill Institute, that's taking the same video seminary curriculum and putting it into a structured program where any local trainer can grab it and start a local learning community in their hometown.
The Third Mill Institute provides a very clear path forward and even certificates at the end that give students a goal to shoot for, not just getting trained in Bible and theology, we love that, but also getting trained in practical ministry and life skills.
This is something that enables pastors and church leaders to change whole dynamics of entire churches.
God is at work in Tanzania and Russia and China and Mexico. And it's just like this multiplier, it's this momentum.
We are building that next generation of leaders around the world. What we need are trained leaders that can plant churches, that can lead God's church, that can reach out in communities.
I get to work with folks out there in the world that are dying to have biblical training, and they don't have it because it's not accessible to them. And I get to hear their stories. I get to hear how they're struggling to meet that need. And I get to help them realize that we have a free curriculum that we offer to them.
We want to hit 4 million students in the next 5 to 6 years. The task is huge, but it's kind of awesome.
If Third Mill is going to equip millions of church leaders in the next several years, we cannot do this alone. We have to have partners. We need people to come alongside us and join the effort of doing what God has called the church to do, and that is train their leaders to equip the church.